Welcome to the Real Mama Pod.
I'm your host, Devin.
And I'm your host, Kendra.
We are real moms.
Sharing real experiences. The things people don't tell you.
Hey, mama, hey.
Hey, mama, hey.
Well, I think we're saying hey, dad, hey, too.
Hey, dad, hey.
So if this is your first time listening, I'm your host, Devin.
And I'm your host, Kendra.
Welcome to the Real Mama Pod.
Welcome. Before we get started, Elliott, can you pass me my drink, please? Thank you. Thank you. Well, clearly, y'all heard us talking to somebody. Mm-hmm. We have one of our favorite Rattler friends, brothers. How are you, Elliott?
I'm good. Thank y'all for having me. I really appreciate it. Good
yes.
to see y'all, bro. Man, y'all killing the game.
Thank you, brother.
For real. Y'all really killing the game.
It means a lot coming from somebody like you.
Yeah.
Serious.
Heard.
Elliott is, like I said, he is a brother to us. We've been friends for...
Too long.
It's been a while.
It's been about 18, 19 years.
Mm-hmm.
And all 18, 19 years, we've seen so much growth in each other. Mm-hmm. You just didn't see growth in us. We saw growth in you too. Elliott is amazing. So I'm excited for us to talk to him about a huge life transition, something that's happened over the last, 3-4-ish years?
Yeah, about
Yeah.
2 years now. Yeah.
Okay. So Elliott is a bonus dad.
Yes.
And he has been the most, at least from our perspective, the way you have taken on this role as a father figure and have really taken it serious. It has been beautiful to watch because you went from Elliott to, we're not going to go into that, Elliott, but to becoming a husband and a bonus dad. And it has really been beautiful to watch. And I'm so proud of you.
I appreciate it.
So very proud.
Appreciate that.
Same. So before we go into your journey to fatherhood, I would like to discuss your backstory of meeting your wife because y'all met at high school and reconnected and did all that. So I feel like in order to give your journey justice, you have to talk about the beginning of meeting your wife, Jay.
Yeah. So shout out to Fajayla. We call her Jayla.
Hey, Fajayla.
Hey. So honestly, Fajayla chose me in high school, and it was kind of weird because she went through my ex-girlfriend at the time.
Oh,
it's crazy, right?
Okay.
So, long story short, that was high school though, so relationships still kind of fluid. And I was playing football, and sure enough, I was number 2. And I was only one of the only black players on the team at the time, so I was kind of noticeable. Number two, and then sure enough, she didn't know I dated the girl at the time. They just happened to be in a class, and sure enough, she mentioned that she was attracted to me, whatever. So my ex-girlfriend ran over to me and was like, hey, I got this pretty girl named Fajayla. She wants to talk to you. And I'm like, what? I'm like, nah, not at all. Long story short, we kicked it off. And she just was really, really there for me, especially my senior year. My mom got cancer, and her family really took me in as well. And then sure enough, even when I went to FAM my freshman year, we were still together my fall semester, and then we actually broke up when I came back from Christmas break, and I was kind of free. So I was free for about 17 years, so that's some stories y'all know about.
We do.
And yeah, Kiadii kind of grew from there, but we always remained friends, and it was kind of funny because she actually moved to Atlanta a few years after I did. So we were about 2 miles away from each other, but we always were friends and respectful of each other's relationships, obviously. But it was always a phone call away, and I bumped into her quite a bit when I was in Atlanta. And sometimes she'd be on dates. So I'm just like, get it how you live. But she was always my high school sweetheart. And like I said, her and her family were really, really there for me during a real critical time with my mom and everything. So we remained friends, and then sure enough, moved back here in 2022. And we bumped into each other at Crane's Roost, and that's where I ended up proposing to her.
Oh.
Yeah.
We say here, we're actually filming in Orlando today.
Yes, we are. We're not in Atlanta.
We are not in Atlanta.
2-woman show, but we did it. We're pulling it off. Okay.
So, Elliott, can you tell us about your journey to becoming a bonus dad and what your journey's been like as dad?
Yeah, it's not something you choose it. You really, really have to choose it. And I chose it because it was part of Fajayla as well. And I knew at this point in her life, her number one focus was her son and providing for her son. She actually is not a fan of the bonus dad term. I call myself bonus dad too, but his dad is kind of just not in the picture as much. So it's giving me more opportunities to kind of step up in that way, honestly, to support her. But it's something that you do choose to be a part of. So I don't take it lightly. And I knew the commitment I would have to provide for him as well. So I got a lot of good friends around me that are also fathers that I lean on. And sometimes you have to be very, have some discernment about getting advice from. Because some guys are fathers, but some guys are still not father to that point. But like I said, I had a lot of older men I could reach out to that I look at as father figures and just examples as well. And one of them was my best friend's dad, Keith Blue Sr. He was just kind of sat me down when he heard I was dating Jay, and just was like, Levi's at an age where you really can invest into Levi and really mold him to what you really want. And he always honestly reminded me that my father wasn't there. And he was kind of the first one to kind of say it like that. Like, your daddy wasn't there. Like, you needed somebody there. Like, who did you lean on? And for me, it was my grandfather. But kind of hearing it from that perspective, it made things click. So Levi makes it easy too, but just building that consistency over time and really being there to support him and realizing it's bigger than me. So it's a real more of an impact thing, and being there for her too. So it's not new, but I don't know. I have a lot of love to give. So he's made it a lot easier, and my wife is awesome. So
she is.
I love that.
She is.
So you mentioned his dad not really being in the picture. So when he does come around, how is that relationship?
Started off honestly, really kind of. I gave out of respect for a man. I gave a man an opportunity to kind of be a man, and I'm kind of one of those people like actions speak louder than words. So over time, when I started realizing he wasn't showing up as much or even calling, doing the simple things, and I'm like, yeah, I'm here on a more than day-to-day, but when I go out of town, there's no way I'm not calling Levi. I'm not calling my wife, and those kind of things. Like you have a choice, and that's the biggest thing that I think God gave all of us. It's like a choice. So I'm choosing to be present, but you're not choosing to be financial. You're not choosing to do any of those things. And, you can move on with your life, do whatever. Levi always going to be straight. And that's how I feel, but still kind of show up. And for me, it hurts a little bit different because I've been in Levi's shoes. So me choosing to be more consistent over time and actually be there, our relationship is great. So it's kind of, now that he's gotten older, he knows he has a dad, but it's like, you don't really hear from him, and it's starting to fade out, and you can kind of see it. I'm not gonna say I appreciate it as much, but it's just like, bro, you still got the same opportunity I got. And my wife does a great job of keeping that door open for him, but at the same time protecting her son as best she can. But it's still something we navigate on a day to day. But I do hate it for Levi sometimes.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, but it's you are also one, like Blue mentioned, you understand how Levi feels because of your relationship with your father. But because you understand how he feels, you are able to show up for him in a way that his father is not. Right. Because you have that experience, right? So I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. And you and Jay being together is not by happenstance. Like, that was clearly your destiny. You all dated many, many years before you all became married, but also her having a son, and obviously the relationship that he had with his dad or lack thereof, you filling in that gap was everything they needed, and probably something that you needed too that you didn't know.
Yeah, it's changed me.
I'm sure it has. Yeah. Being a parent changes you.
Yeah, it sure does.
It does.
It's a life pace.
Speaking of that change, like what are some things in becoming a father that you were not expecting? Like, give us the details. Like, how has this been for you? Because being a parent can, try your life. It can really try your life.
Yeah, It's a reflection. It's a reflection in the mirror sometimes too, because you can read as many books as you want. Like I said, I had great examples, but until you really like face to that one-on-one kind of situation, it hits different. And patience.
Yeah.
Patience is a virtue, and real talk. And even one of my old coworkers, we were at a Magic versus Celtics game, and some of those characteristics pop out. There was a kid sitting in front of us, and me and him both could tell the kid was about to throw up.
Yeah.
And both of us just was like, and he grabbed some paper towels, and I just was holding the kid, and you could tell the mom, it was a mom or probably not his mom now I'm thinking about it. But long story short, the kid threw up, and me and him were more prepared than the people that were with him, and we just looked at each other, and we kind of laughed about the moment. And it kind of made me honestly look at him a little more in a different eye outside of just that's my coworkers. Like, right. Yeah, you're a dad first.
Yeah.
And those things kind of happen. But just changing what I watch sometimes.
Oh my gosh. And listen to.
And listen to.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big
Nothing is yours.
Yeah, Breakfast Club. I love Breakfast Club in the mornings. And sometimes it can be hard because they talk about subjects that I want to hear. But also, like, Levi busts out, oh, the donkey of the day. And I'm like,
donkey of the day. So, clearly, you've been listening to the, what is it?
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club. All day.
Why did I just draw a blank on that?
But, I mean, even that with music, everything from that perspective, I realize I'm really grooming another me or somebody that's going to emulate what I look, say, do, how I move from that perspective. But really, it's patience. Like, patience and realizing those kind of triggers, like when we were kids, when your mama used to yell at you, she'd be like, go get it. You're like, why is she yelling at me like that? And then I started realizing, why am I yelling at him like that?
Right.
And so like, how I got raised, but I didn't like that. So quickly trying to change that in some perspectives as well, but realizing the impact behind certain things. But really being patient.
Yeah.
Being patient.
I love that. So that brings me to my next question. How would you describe your parenting style?
Oh, me and Jay, we really balance. It's
okay.
Kind of, thankfully, we don't argue about much, and especially when it comes to Levi. But I think it's because we probably communicate the best when it's about Levi, being honest.
Okay.
Our life a little different just because we're caretakers too, so we have to over-communicate. But even with that, Levi's on point. He's one of the least of our worries. We really have a good system in place, but we show him both sides. Like, I do most of the cooking. She doesn't. That's just what she sells. But also, he knows I can clean just as well as she can, and she can cook certain things, and vice versa. But we communicate quite a bit, and if we don't know something, our first response is, go ask your mom, go ask your dad. So it's not like we're not on the same page. Or what did your mom say? Or what did your dad say? It's vice versa. So we'll at least can acknowledge, or if I don't know something, I'm like, hey, what your mom said? She said that for real? And then sure enough, you're like, yeah, she said I talked to her. And we kind of can navigate the situation from there.
Okay. Yes. And so you mentioned that he calls you dad, right? Was that a decision that he made?
Oh, absolutely. And we allow him to make that because he used to call me Mr. E.
Okay.
And it used to be Mr. E, Mr. E, Mr. E. And I was fine with that. I was even as far as, I was kind of weird because I didn't really want him to call me dad at first. Because it was like, dang, that's kind of official. I'm married too, so.
Right.
But now it's dad, and I could tell he takes pride into it too. And it's probably because he's around other kids, kind of seeing different things from that perspective. So he wanting to kind of fit in, but now it's, oh, that's my dad. That's my dad. Dad. It's not even Mr. E anymore. It's dad, and it's kind of been like that for at least probably the last 2 years for sure.
How does that make you feel?
I love it, but it's also like, oh, that's responsibility too.
Yeah.
Like, it is responsibility. It's a reminder every time.
I love that. Oh.
So obviously you had to build a certain level of trust with him in order for him to feel comfortable with calling you dad. So how did you work to build a trusting relationship with Levi?
Oh, consistency. Once again, like showing up, like meaning what you say and showing, like literally showing up. Because he remembers stuff. If you say you're going to take him to the basketball game, he's expecting you to take him to the basketball game. And those different things. And literally over time, just over time showing up, really being present, and being active. It's one thing to just sit there, but like playing video games with him now. And now he's a little bit older. It helps me out because 2 and 3, I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of weird. It was he's still a baby, but he's not. And
that's
boys
just a rough
gravitate to their mom, 1,000%. And I feel like now that he's 6, about to turn 7, it's a lot more. He's pulling on me a little bit more, trying to figure out how to do this or how to move this way. And I like it. I like it now because it's a lot. I can teach him now and kind of mold him. And he watches sports with me, and like he watches Sports Center and drill me on some stuff now. And I'm like, okay, I don't know, but but he knows Michael Jordan, Kobe. He knows those people.
The
greats. He knows
teach him well.
Yeah. So, and then look good, feel good, play good. They're gonna pay good. Like that's what we say every morning.
Okay.
As well. So those life mantras, they help out quite a bit, but it's about consistency.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you feel like, oh wow, we're really connecting? Is it like that 5, 6, 7 age you're talking about, or where do you feel like this is my son, we are connected?
No, honestly, it's about 2 years ago.
Okay.
We had a kind of a situation where unfortunately his dad didn't show up at all, and we were like didn't kind of know what to do, and my wife was going out of town too, so she was going out of town for 7 days, and it immediately became my responsibility.
Yeah.
So and this was still Mr. E phase, but yeah, it was like I went from not thinking I was gonna be on, I hate to say it, but full daddy daycare mode to like, oh no, like, everything's your responsibility. He's still, he knows how to use the bathroom, but not quite yet.
Yeah.
And I had to learn quick, and I had to learn on the fly. But he was cool, and it was smooth, and it was actually helped me develop a lot more better of a routine for myself too. It was certain things I probably wanted to do that I thought I could do, but I was like, nah, I probably can't take another drink tonight.
Yeah.
At a certain time to take them. So, but it made, that's when I had that, oh crap, not even oh crap, like, all right, now I'm a dad.
Yeah.
Like I gotta wake up at a certain time. I'm cleaning this little boy. I'm making sure I gotta brush his hair. I gotta, do all this kind of stuff, and just having fun with him. Even after school, taking him places, and just seeing him kind of grow into his own self too. It's been cool.
Okay, cool.
So being a parent is hard.
Yeah.
Like it's not easy, and sometimes it's not easy parenting with our husbands, and in your case, your wife.
Yeah.
So like we have to. There's a lot of foundational things and conversations that had to take place, at least for us to be on the same page, because me and Jonathan were parented very differently. And we had to quickly realize and understand that, yes, you were parented one way, I was parented one way. How are we going to come together to parent this child together? So how have you and Jayla worked that out? Like when times get hard and complicated and this kid is on 10 and both of y'all are frustrated, how do y'all work together to stay aligned in parenting Levi?
See, I grew up on my people spared the rod.
I know.
I used to be in track meet for about 10 minutes around the room quite a bit. But now that I think about it, it's like, did we have to do that every week?
Right.
No.
Probably. I was out of line, but like at the same time, I know she didn't like it, and I definitely was like, all right, well, she gonna get this work.
Right.
So that's one thing I had to realize I didn't like honestly getting whoopings all the time. And with Levi, he punked me one day. So like I tried to discipline him, and he just kind of like Denzel on that movie Glory, just looked at you just like, what's up? And I'm like, oh, that didn't do nothing. And I'm getting more frustrated because I'm like, I know he's not playing me, but it's not clicking. And you can tell it's not clicking. And I'm just like, the only reason I'm whooping you is because that's what I was taught.
Right.
And the kind of discipline, I got to discipline you in a different way. So now we do exercises. And I make it a little more impactful because it's stuff that he's probably going to end up doing when he grows, a little bit later in life in sports. So some of them are very effective, and some of them he don't like running around. Doing a couple laps. He can run almost a mile by himself. Not by himself, but
he can do it.
But
the endurance.
A little more, discipline in that kind of realm. But finding different outlets from there. But I just that's one thing. Me and her, she only got 2 whoopings her whole life. I probably averaged 2 a week. So, like, she was a sweetheart, and I'm not. So it was hard for her. And as a mother, she's still kind of like, oh, that's my baby. But she does allow me the control to be like, hey. Now, it hasn't been one time she was like, E, come on. Like, you can't. Like, okay, I'm sorry, but, like, you can't. I'm just like, nah, like, he can't throw this at the teacher or something. Like, we've had some situations. But once again, me and her, usually, when it comes to Levi, we're usually on the same page quite a bit. And like I said, the biggest battle has been more of when his dad didn't show up. Or, I've had my strong opinions about that. She's had her opinions about that, too. I've had to walk her off a cliff a couple times and just be like, forget this, X, Y, Z, and vice versa. So that's been a challenge for us to navigate that kind of component because, you know, you're kind of leaning on somebody to do what they say. When they don't, it can mess up your plans. I've missed out on birthday parties, special events for other people, vacations as well for myself. And that's just something as a parent that you might have to deal with.
Oh, you will have to deal with.
So,
these kids make you sacrifice a whole
Yeah,
lot.
absolutely.
It's not like your old life is completely gone, but
you have to check the kid's schedule. Like, oh, somebody invites you to brunch. Oh, let me check what Drew and Jay got going on. Like
in the daycare phase, I never had been so sick in my life.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they'll get you.
You get all the stuff, the flu,
Yeah.
COVID.
Kids can be nasty, but
All kinds of stuff.
We love them. They're fun.
Yeah. So, what would you say the hardest thing about being a bonus dad is for you?
I still have those moments where, like, I realize, like, I'm still not his physical dad. We haven't gone through the formal adoption process. And that's another thing. Like, he'll have to decide that.
Yeah.
I'm going to force that on him. And what I mean by that is, like, if something really does happen to Jay, you know, I could lose him overnight.
Yeah.
He'll technically have to go to his dad, whether that relationship's fully there or not. And that's something that, you know, honestly, I'm afraid of just because I've sacrificed, I've, you know, grown this child, and I know how much love he has for me and vice versa. So that's the one thing that still sits in the back of my head with, and I deal with sometimes as well. But really also just trying to maintain being a positive image for him.
Right.
Because, I mean, as a man, especially in this world now, it can be challenging. It can be challenging from financially, mentally, you know, physically. Like, I want him to see me going to the gym. I want him to see me going to work. I want him to see me doing those different things, but also being able to relax, and be around your family, and really build real friends and be a community piece as well. Like, we just went to FAM this past weekend.
Shout out to the Rattlers.
You know how we do.
But and him already knowing who Frederick Humphreys was, him kind of already knowing what the Rattler was, and I was like, like he already knows I'm going to FAM.
That's right.
You know, like, period. So that kind of helped me. He was like, oh, that's the field. That's where you be taking pictures, or, you know, that kind of thing there. And he's seen so many of my homecoming pictures, be out there pictures, all that kind of stuff. So for him to kind of be around it and now really see it in real time, he lights up, and I can really tell. But once again, it's like you're molding.
Yeah.
You're like really molding somebody. So, but I'm gonna give him his wings. He gonna be all right.
So it's safe to say, like, this sounds like the painting of a father, like the father figure that you want to give or show him.
Oh, it's the daddy I always wanted, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, my grandfather was, don't get me wrong, he was there, but he was of age where he couldn't, you know, be that. Like, I always think about your father. At your wedding, like, he's another one. Like, like, I want to have those moments. Like, I always joke with him, like, I'm going to the club with you. Like, he don't even know what the club is.
Jared Daddy was in the moon with us. No lie.
Hey,
I'm not mad at it.
I'm all for it.
I could absolutely see you doing it. Absolutely.
The moon is still gonna be around when they're film.
But that's what I'm saying. That's that balance, and being able to accept who they are at that point in their life. Like, I don't want to be the embarrassing dad, but, like, right now I'm the cool dad that erase all the kids.
Yeah.
In the neighborhood, I'll take that. I'll take that. But I want to see them grow and still be able to still be active with them too.
Love that.
Oh, yeah.
Love that.
Oh, yeah. So kids are funny. Like, our boys have us cracking up all the time.
Yeah.
Like, and it'd be the most random stuff out of nowhere. So do you have, like, one of the funniest moments between just either witnessing Levi or between you and Levi that has just like almost left you in tears? Like, do you have that one moment?
And we got a lot. My wife be catching them on video quite a bit because we have pool days on Sundays, and usually we have Bo Weezy.
Bo Weezy,
yes.
We were listening to Bo Weezy. Shout out to Bo.
Hey, Bo.
Shout out to
Bo 305, Bo Weezy 305.
Yeah, on the Mixcloud, y'all can tune on.
Yes. We'll drop the link in the bio.
Dead serious. So we'll listen to that and be at the pool. And Bo has a really good mix where he does old school.
Oh, yeah.
School, but before you know it, you start juking. So I'm starting to juk. My wife went to school at FAU, so she got the juking culture too. And Levi started juking. I'm like, whoa. And it's just, he'll get with it and he'll start dancing like, look, I got it. And he'll be so serious with it. And I'm going to hype you up. Y'all know I'm going to hype you up quick. So to see him get hyped with it and just, like I said, kind of grow into his own self, those are always the best moments with me. Like, even now, he just learned the Soulja Boy dance because now we old.
Which one?
You.
The you?
Yeah.
Okay.
They done made a comeback. Yeah. They made a comeback.
And I mean, he play crank that. We go rally around, we like pull up in the school, play crank that. Like, it's cool.
Not pull up to the school,
I'm telling you, it's between that and I put on for my city.
Okay. You got a good taste of music.
I'm creating a monster a little bit, but
no, we love it.
Yeah, because my boys, they playlist is terrible.
He's lit. So, but I have fun with him. I do. I think those are the funniest moments. I have to watch what I say too. He repeats a lot what I say. So, and they catch me off guard because he'll say, "But your daddy said." Oh, I did. So.
Yeah, these kids really be listening to everything, and they listen like the things that we tell them that they should and should not do.
Right back.
When they play that back on us, and it's like, bruh,
but you do it.
It's like a mirror. Like
every day I walk in mirror. For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
It's scary.
Yeah. So what, and our final question, what advice do you have to someone who's entering this phase of being a bonus dad?
Man, the only advice is go all in, like, and keep going. I know that's my life mantra is keep going, but
it is
dead serious. But you gotta really just keep going. You can't half-ass it at all. You have to choose again and again to show up and be present. Because once again, like as a bonus dad, you accept that woman or whatever situation that you're in. If they already have a child, that's a part of them. 110%, and they're living for somebody else. And usually a lot of us that are single or don't have kids, we haven't had to experience really selfless. Like, I'm not living for me right now.
Right.
It's like my child first and then everything else for me. Like, yes, some parents out here that can kill and do both, that can provide over 1,000,001 times for their child and themselves.
Right.
And then there's some that are making sacrifices just for their child. Just because that's where we at in life. But all of them are making sacrifices. So with that, it's like, you think, let me just take care of the mom. No, like taking care of that child, daughter, son, making sure the mom is good, but the child is good as well. Like it's one. Because if the mom's not aligned and you're not aligned with the mom, I really do feel like the child's gonna feel that.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
That energy is 1,000% that. I've seen it a couple times with Levi, and that's what I'm saying. Like I'm really grateful. Like me and my wife don't argue a lot. Like it's weird. It's really weird.
That's good.
Like, but it's more because we over communicate, and she's a true Aquarius. She gets over stuff real quick. Okay. Like her effort meter is like, you still on that? And I be feeling bad because I'm like, oh dang, like maybe I do need to grow up, kind of thing. But that's just how she kind of operates as well. So it helps out in the bigger scheme with Levi. But the biggest advice is just be present, be consistent, keep going. They're gonna be hard days. They're gonna be days you question it because you don't have to. But at the end of the day, sometimes like when you make that choice, like what kind of person would you be if you kind of reneged on it?
Right. Yeah.
I do like look at people a little bit different now. Your situation, but walking out a child's life. So and for me, I'm just choosing to be there and really, really be there.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to you, bro.
Yes.
Man, I thank God for it, but I appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah,
course.
this was so
Appreciate
good.
Of course.
I really
We
enjoyed this conversation.
Absolutely had to have you on this show to talk about your experience, because there are a lot of people and a lot of folks in our community that are bonus parents, and we like to share different perspectives, and I'm glad that you were the perspective that our dads needed to hear from.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all, and like, thank you. So y'all always been a resource for me too. I know I be calling both of y'all, and thank y'all for including, Levi and y'all kids.
Of course.
Pulling
That's
up
our
the birthday
nephew.
party. Exactly, but
Yeah.
still,
That's how that
sometimes
works.
people be real funny about their kids, as they should, but like, I just
No,
think
we all
all
family.
kinda
Yeah.
grew up together. And stuff,
Literally
like,
grew up
Yeah.
together.
I appreciate having like-minded individuals, and for real means a lot.
Yeah, of course.
Why don't you go ahead and get your dad juice in?
Yeah.
We have daddy juice today.
Yes, it's daddy
And it's
juice.
good. Shout out to whoever made this.
Yes.
Appreciate it,
Yeah, Jonathan made the drink today. So if this is your first time listening, Mama Juice, well, it's Daddy Juice today, but Mama Juice is my segment of the show. Anybody who knows me knows that I love a good cocktail, and we had to incorporate it in the show. So today's Dad Juice is called The Long Game. And it's because you have committed to your wife, that you are in this for the long game, and even with accepting Levi as your son and him, essentially, that is your child.
Yeah.
And you're in it for the long game. And I know that Fajayla and Levi love and appreciate you for that. And we just want to celebrate and highlight you.
I appreciate it.
That you are
I
in this
appreciate
for the
it.
long game.
Thank you, ladies.
Cheers.
Thank you, ladies.
Yes.
I got water
so
today.
essentially Devin's drinking water. She just has one more day until she can drink alcohol. But this is essentially a whiskey sour. It is 2 ounces of bourbon and 1 ounce of sour mix, lemon, and that's it. Like, we're just keeping it simple. But it is a pretty strong drink, so we've been slow sipping, or I've been slow sipping, and we are in this for the long game. And that is even supporting you and having community in the long game.
Yes,
we're in this together.
long game. Love that.
Yes, we're in this together.
Yes. So if this is your first time listening, my favorite segment is Mama's Corner. And this is our opportunity to connect with our guests further, or our audience. Sometimes you guys will write in and we'll ask an additional question, or I would dig a little deeper. So I'm going to dig a little deeper because I really admire men who date and marry women with kids, because I'm a product of a blended family as well. I had a stepdad, actually, too. My mom, she remarried. She don't play around.
Hey, Livonia.
But hey, girl, her tolerance is very low. But I really always admire men who stepped up and still treat kids as their own. So what led you to that? Like, was you intimidated because she had a child already? I know some men standards may be, I don't want to date anybody with kids, but when you're being realistic at our age, more than likely, one of the two people who are interested in each other are going to have kids. So how did you go about that? What was your thought process? Was it a no-brainer? Were you nervous? What did that look like for you?
Oh, I wasn't with it at first. I was a guy to tell you straight up, I'm not dating a girl with kids. I mean, 100% and probably after 2021, like you said, you hit it on the head. I realized, okay, you 32. You live in Atlanta. Probably gonna date somebody that has some kids.
Yeah.
And like I said, I got a lot of love to give. So actually, when me and Jay bumped back to each other at Crane's Roots, we had been longtime friends, and we had caught up a little bit, talked about my situation. I asked her how Levi was doing, because she told me when she got pregnant. She literally was like, "Hey, I need to talk to you," and I was like, if you saying this, and like I said, she's always been respectful.
Right.
If I had a relationship or not, and at the time I was in one. And she was like, "I just want you to know I'm pregnant," and I'm like, "Whoa, what you about to do?" She's like, "Move back home, but I'm pregnant." I was like, "Well, you're gonna be a great mom." To fast forward to 2 years later, when I ran into her, within a week's time, she's asking me, she's like, "Hey, I'm going out of town to see visit some friends. I don't have a babysitter this weekend. Can you keep Levi?" I'm like, "Yeah, like absolutely."
Yeah.
Spent the weekend with him, and that's kind of when I knew I was like, "Oh, I could kind of do this."
Yeah.
But it still was different, because it's different when he was at just my house. I could give him back.
Yeah.
At the time, and it was like, "Oh, that was cool for 36 hours," but nah, like actually being present, like
Every day, routine, all of that. Yeah.
Waking up I always wake up at 5, but like having to wake up at 6, like you have to now. Like,
You have to. You can't hit snooze.
doesn't matter how much
Yeah.
you drunk the night before.
Yeah.
No matter how hard
Most
you
kids
went.
do
Like,
not care.
do not care. I've been, boy, had some serious hangovers and been there. You like, Daddy, you all right? I'm hurting from my life. If you look at my face. But I'm like, yeah, I'm good. But I'm dying. So, like I said, he made it easy though. He's very tolerable. He's not your average. He was, even as a baby, he wasn't your average baby. Like, he went to sleep. He has a schedule at 3:00. He went to sleep, and I still remember one time where he didn't, and I played myself, and it was one of those days I was in recovery mode, thinking at 3:00 I got a nap. Thank God it's got to make it to 3:00. And for whatever that reason, he didn't want to go to sleep, and he kept just hitting me and kind of like pressing me to be awake. But those are moments that you kind of just grow with. But that's when I realized I could do it. Like, and really quickly.
Yeah.
And what was weird is like I kind of wanted to do it too.
Yeah.
Like I kind of, that bond grew quicker probably with me than it did with him, but I never forced it.
Yeah.
And when I started realizing he was like, Mr. E, Mr. E, Mr. E, Mr. E, when he would see me, I would like even know exactly how to get to my apartment without me doing anything. That's why I was like, oh yeah, he knows what time it is. That's his room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool. So yeah, just seeing that bond kind of grow, it's been cool. But once again, it's about consistency. Like that's the biggest thing with I've realized is he's the thing I'm probably most consistent with.
Yeah.
So
Fatherhood looks good on you.
It does.
I appreciate it. It's
does.
different. I want more kids too. So.
Okay.
Okay. We shall wait and see.
Yeah, that's all God. We still talking about it.
Amen.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He got
Perfect timing. It will happen when it's supposed to.
Yeah,
He got you.
So
Okay.
All right.
Well, this
brother.
was great. Thank you so much for joining us, being vulnerable and sharing your story. We've never had an episode about a bonus dad. We only had one about bonus mamas. So we appreciate that and you giving your perspective.
absolutely. Thank y'all for having me.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, until next time, mamas and dads. Bye.
Bye.